All your clutter used to be money, and that's the reason why it is not worth buying so many things anymore. Things are becoming more expensive, and if you're in a habit of buying things that you actually don't need, you find when you're decluttering that it is shocking, horrifying, and really difficult to throw things away because you feel guilty because you spent a lot of money on all this stuff. One of the best strategies to make sure that clutter never comes back is to stop buying all the things you don't need. And I'm gonna help you do that today with 26 things that are no longer worth your money and the ways that you can accomplish the same goals instead, so that in the process of spending less money, you're also having a much better life. That is the goal. I don't want you to live with nothing. I want you to live better, and I want you to have more money to spend on the things that really matter to you. So let's dive right into the first category of products, which are the cleaning products. As a Feng Shui master, I'm constantly helping people to clean in ways that are going to bring you more energy, more money, more abundance, and more good vibes in every way. And toxic cleaning products are not it. So if you have toxic cleaning products, you definitely don't need to buy them anymore. But even if you're buying eco-friendly cleaning products, a lot of them can be very expensive and you don't need to buy all of them. It might be a good convenience for you to buy an all-purpose non-toxic cleaning spray that you like to use around your house. But one of the things you definitely don't need to buy is a window and glass cleaning spray. You can make it very easily with a mix of 50-50 white vinegar and water, and you will not just clean your windows and all the glass in your house and all your mirrors, but you will also cleanse energy at the same time. So this gives you more bang for your buck, and it's better for your home vibes as well. The other category of cleaners where I've spent a lot of time, and I actually didn't even use all of these products, were all of the cleaning pastes, the scouring pastes that I purchased that are really expensive. I've spent $10, $15 on different cleaning pastes for my house that are supposedly non-toxic, and you can do the same exact thing using baking soda. Baking soda and a little bit of dish soap or castile soap on a wet sponge can be all the scouring that you need. You may need a special product if you're trying to scour off rust or other things like this, but for most basic cleaning, baking soda is brilliant. Now, speaking of baking soda, if you're in the habit of buying air fresheners for your house, this is going to be the best non-toxic switch that you could possibly make. Get yourself a mason jar, fill it with some baking soda, and put a little lid on top if you need to. If you have pets, kids, or you're afraid of knocking it over, put a little lid on top of cheesecloth or another really breathable fabric. And inside, you can also add some essential oil if you like. It's optional. You don't need to add the essential oil, but you can place these all around your house in inconspicuous areas, and it will be the best air freshener without toxins and without a huge price tag. Now, one of the best purchases I've made, and I know I'm telling you to purchase something right now because you might need just one thing to fulfill this, and it's going to save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars over the course of a lifetime, is to get yourself a foaming soap dispenser. I got this really amazing one on Amazon. I think it was less than $10. And you fill it up a quarter of the way with castile soap and the rest of the way with water, and it will create a foaming hand soap that you can use again and again and again. This is pennies on the dollar to buying $5, $6, $7 hand soaps for your kitchen, for your bathroom, for all the different places that you have hand soap. This is going to save you a lot of money, and you can also control what's in the soap so you don't have all kinds of added ingredients. Speaking of getting the job done even better, one of the things that I have stopped purchasing altogether, and this was a huge thing from 10 years ago, microfiber towels. I don't know about you, I still have this giant stack of microfiber towels, but I will never ever buy them again. Not only do they leave dust everywhere, ironically, but they also shed microplastics. So they're really not good for the environment. They're not great for cleaning, really. Instead, rip up some old fabrics, cotton fabrics that you have. If you have old cotton t-shirts, cut them up and use them for your dusting. If you have flannel, cut it up and use it for your dusting, and you can clean those as well. And you will not have any microplastics, and you'll be reusing the things that you were gonna get rid of anyway. That's another one you could cross off the list, along with the final cleaning product, which I find to be completely unnecessary, which is toilet bowl cleaner. If you add 1 cup of baking soda to your toilets and then add 2 cups of white vinegar, that is all you need. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, scrub, and you are on your way. Now let's move on to the next category, which will bring us to the kitchen. And this is where you do not need all kinds of mostly plastic organizers. You can do really well with organizers for your drawers, for your utensils. Those are really helpful. It's also really helpful to have a spice rack, but there are so many organizers being sold now, especially for your refrigerator. All of these plastic little bins and little things that pile up, and they're so hard to clean and they're so cumbersome. And I wound up throwing away so many organizers overall in my home, all these different bins and boxes and organizing systems for every room of my house while I was decluttering. And it was so painful because I thought of the hundreds of dollars that I spent on these things. So while it may look really cool or look like a good idea, before you purchase organizers, really ask yourself, do I truly need this? Bottled water is another huge expense that is so important to have for emergencies. I believe everyone should have emergency water in their home, and an ample amount of emergency water that is not a waste of money. But if you're consuming bottled water on a daily basis, it is going to be so much more cost effective and potentially far better for your health to get an amazing water purifier instead. I love using this particular pitcher. There are so many that you can explore. I'll link this one in the description box. Now, paper plates and napkins are a controversial subject. When I tell this to parents, they say, you don't understand. In certain cases, we really need paper napkins. We really need paper plates. If you really need them, that's fine. But I am no longer spending a dime on paper anything. When you're at home, of course, you can use actual plates. You can use the plates that need to be washed, your normal dishes, and you can also get yourself cloth napkins. You will feel like every meal is more special, and when you wash them and reuse them, you will know that you're doing something good for the environment, while in the long run, you are saving a ton of money. Another thing I will never ever buy again, especially after decluttering my house, is kitchen gadgets for one recipe. If I plan on making something once, or I want to just try a recipe that I saw and it involves me buying anything special, I will no longer do it, because I have so many extra pots and pans and dishes and choppers and all sorts of utensils and accessories that I will never touch. And this wok is a really good demonstration of this. I have no idea why such a huge investment was made in something that has never ever gotten used. Maybe you can borrow it from a friend or from a family member, the pot or the pan or the dish or the thing that you need, and you could return it to them, and it'll save you from making a big investment that will actually be a huge waste of money and wind up as clutter. Now let's talk about all the things that can build up that have to do with your work and your learning, starting with full price books. I will pay full price for any book from any person that I really truly admire, people whose work I'm really invested in. I want to support them. Otherwise, if I'm curious about something, I will buy the book used, or I will get the book at the library. And speaking of libraries, did you know that if you have lots and lots of streaming subscriptions, maybe you're subscribed to 3 or 4 different platforms, each one, even though it's only $10 or $20 a month, that means it's $120 to $240 a year, unless you're watching an enormous amount of streaming shows. And this is a huge passion of yours. You might want to get rid of half or even more of those subscriptions, or all of them. And instead, you can read books at home. You can go to the movies if you want to have a great experience and a night out, or you can actually use your library card, at least in the United States, in many local libraries, to access streaming, documentaries, incredible movies, even some TV shows. And these are all really high quality programs. And in fact, many movies that you can't find anywhere else are in the library streaming system. Now, a few office supplies that I no longer buy expensive planners is number one on the list because I used to be addicted to buying a really expensive, lovely planner every single year that had all of these sections for planning and doing all of these prompts and journaling and so many different things. And you know what I did? I used it for my calendar. I never used it for any of those things. And it took me 6 years of not using it to say, why am I buying this? And this year, instead of spending $50 on a planner, I spent $10 on a planner. Another one is habit trackers. I don't know how many times I've bought habit tracking books, habit tracking notebooks, all sorts of habit tracking planners that went nowhere, nowhere, nowhere. I stopped buying them. They're not worth your money. You can actually get a digital one online on Etsy. You can just type in to the search bar on Etsy, digital habit tracker, and you can find them for 99 cents. On that note, it's no longer worth your money to get phone apps that you don't use. If you don't use apps, get rid of them. Unsubscribe. Make sure that you're not being automatically billed. One of the things about these phone subscriptions is that it's very sneaky, and you notice this if you go through your accounting. How many times you signed up for a workout app, or for me, a vocabulary app, or another app, and you just keep getting charged every year and you don't realize it. And on that note, if you have business software subscriptions, different subscriptions that you've been using for a long time, and maybe you just simply don't use them anymore, you will be shocked at how much money you save if you cut out these subscriptions. By the end of the year, I'll be saving over $5,000 a year, maybe closer to $6,000 or $7,000 a year. And there's so many of them that can pile up. I know that's a big number, but even if you save a few $100s a year, that's a few $100s a year. That's a lot of money. Now let's head into the bathroom, go through your toiletries and find a bunch of things you do not need to buy anymore, starting with experimental skincare. If you feel like you fall for the marketing of miracle products, I talk about this in many of the videos, I have fallen for the marketing of a lot of miracle products, and I've spent at least $1,000 that I can recall on miracle products that did not work. Now, if you're still trying to find the optimal skincare routine for you, it might take a little bit of experimentation, but do some research, really read reviews so you aren't spontaneously buying a lot of stuff and wasting a tremendous amount of money. I would rather have that $1,000 to go on a weekend vacation than have that $1,000 be in a trash bin, because a lot of the stuff just didn't work out. Now, it's also tempting if you're in the same advertising ecosystem as me. You get advertised a lot of skincare devices, and these skincare devices promise to make you more beautiful than ever and just do miraculous things. And I've purchased several of them, and I've had to return a few because they were actually damaging. So this might be controversial for some of you. You might swear by one or many of your skincare devices, but that is just not for me. And I really find that the marketing is insidious because it seems like it's going to be the answer to all of your prayers, but it never is. It's way better to just focus on being happier, and that's going to make you more beautiful overall. Trending makeup, which is really captivating on TikTok and Instagram and all over. It just seems like it's going to be so fantastic. Wow, there's a lip stain that you can put on. You don't have to put on lipstick for the whole day, but it doesn't work. And most of it doesn't work. There are a few products that do work, but I used to just go all in and be like, oh, it's just $10, it's just $20. It is not worth your money because the one product that might work is a needle in a haystack, and so much of it doesn't work. And I'm not that trendy anyway. And another thing I've cut out is body wash. I bought my last body wash and realized what I bought was a bottle of water, because body wash is essentially soap with a lot of water in it. Of course, there are other ingredients, but it is really bad for the environment because it is so heavy and cumbersome and in plastic bottles, whereas a great skin-loving bar of soap is so much less expensive and possibly even better for your skin. Let's get into the home finishing touches that are so easy to accumulate, starting with random decor. Random decor is so easy to buy when you're in the store and you see that cute pillow, that cute piece of art, that cute little trinket, and next thing you know, your house is full of random stuff. Instead of buying random decor, I suggest you start making things. I made this bowl several years ago, actually many years ago at this point, and I will never forget the day I made it. And when it sits on a shelf, it is so eye-catching, and I started making more things. And the more things you make, the more you're making memories and bringing energy into your home, and it is not just random decor. And another thing not worth purchasing unless it is part of your spiritual practice or cultural tradition is any sort of herbal wand that you burn. There's so many ways to cleanse the energy in your home. You do not need to purchase these things. You can use stuff from your pantry. There's a whole video that I'm going to link here that can walk you through how to do it using stuff you can get at the grocery store or you might already have in your kitchen. And this will make your whole home glow without having to make these purchases. Another big thing I cut out of my life that I will no longer purchase, and you could tell I'm a Feng Shui master with these last few on the list, is crystals. I have enough crystals for the rest of my days. Instead of buying crystals constantly, unless you work with crystals as part of specific healing practices that you do, and you need all of these different crystals as tools for the work that you do, I would say that it is very clear that it is not worth your money to buy excessive amounts of crystals. If you want to raise the energy really high in your home, there are so many Feng Shui videos for you to explore, and you don't have to buy anything to get started. In fact, even when I'm working with people who can afford to redesign their whole entire house 100 times over, we use what they have already. When you learn to do this work, you use what you have and make the most of it, and all these videos will walk you through so many ways to do that. In this same vein, I will no longer buy intention candles or other intentional objects, things that are infused with other people's intentions. I used to buy these intention candles 20 years ago because I thought that someone had more power than me to put intention into an object, and that is a lie. In fact, I've found that a lot of people put negative energy into these intention things. So you do not need to buy intention candles or anything like it. You can make your own by taking a normal candle you have and setting an intention and lighting the candle. It is way better and it costs nothing. Last but not least, unless I am supporting my local nursery or I'm getting a plant that I can't find anywhere else, I do not buy house plants. I get clippings from friends, or I take clippings of my own plants and propagate them and turn them into more plants. And if you've never done this before, you can ask in a local group. If you have a Buy Nothing group or another Facebook group or WhatsApp group in your community, you can ask if people have plant clippings that they can offer you, and you will be able to start growing a huge amount of houseplants from just a few clippings, and you don't need any special skill to do this. So take this and run with it. And it's not about contracting your life. It's about being more ingenious, being more resourceful. When you start doing this and you start treating your money really wisely, your money itself will start to multiply. That is what happens. Whenever you treat something well, it will get bigger and bigger and better and better. So here's to all of your incredible expansion. And if you want to learn to design homes that make dreams come true this year, Feng Shui School, the School of Intention Professional Feng Shui Certification Program, is now open for registration. And this season only, you will receive the decluttering certification as a bonus. So if you're watching this when I first filmed this, you can find all of the details linked below in the comment section. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. Share it with your friends if you want to save some money and expand the energy in your life at the same time. And this whole entire channel is so full of videos for you to explore. Have so much fun getting into all this life-changing design, and I'll be back soon with more. Bye.